Hello everyone, this is Maury Penguin, and I decided to do a video series for you guys. So this will be my first video series. I've been playing Minecraft off and on since the pandemic, and I just thought why not share it with the world. So hello, and let's get to it. Ooh, there's a cherry biome up there. I didn't see that before I put myself in F5. Okay, let's first off, I should get some weapons to kill these sheep, but I really want a bed. Okay, I'm gonna get some wood. Then I'll kill the rest of those sheep so that I can have a bed at night. This isn't hardcore, but I am still pretty crappy at night, at least without armor. I think one of my goals for this series is going to be eventually to make the Happy Ghast, but I'm not like speed running it there, you know, I'm just playing the game, we'll get there when we get there. And otherwise just kind of explore and see what there is. I'm not the best builder in the world, I'm also not the best fighter in the world, so, you know, I'm probably not the best player in the world, but that's alright, and I have fun anyway. So, got some wood. Now let's get things going. I like to usually just get a pickaxe, then get stone and make all the good tools out of stone. Like, it feels like kind of a waste sometimes to make them out of wood and then hurry up and get stone because the wooden tools aren't that great. And then, yeah, then you're just gonna, what, throw away your wooden tools or burn them for fuel or something? Okay, just get a handful of this and then go up and kill those sheep so that when nighttime comes, I will be able to sleep through the night. And then probably go up to that cherry biome because whenever I do decide to build a house, I kind of want to have some cherry wood in it. Like, it's not going to be a pink house. I'm not super girly and not, like, super in love with pink, but I also love the kind of the purpley outside of those trees. So let's get this stuff geared up. I suppose I can make a shovel. And then that's all the tools, alright. Kill those sheepies. That one was coming right up to me, thanks buddy. Okay. There was another, oh, of course, all my sheep are different colors, cool. That's alright if I end up finding flowers somewhere. Well, there should be pink petals up there, so if nothing else I can have a pink bed. Hello horsies. I don't have time to play with you right now. So let's get across the river. Should I do a pink bed or... I mean, I see those yellow flowers and I really do like the color yellow, but I tend to not to make yellow Minecraft beds because, I don't know, it just makes me think of like somebody peed the bed or something. I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess, but maybe we'll gather some blue flowers, make a blue bed. Okay, there. Get the dye made, turn all of the wool blue, and boom, we should... Why doesn't it say I can make a bed? Yeah, that's a bed. But it's all like red right there as if I can't do it. Weird. Glitch. I'm not in a snapshot or anything, I'm in the newest release. But whatever. There's a cave, and there's already baddies in it. That's alright. We will just move on for now. Here's a smaller something. Probably not even a cave. It might even be where that cave comes out. Yay, cherry wood. Okay, I'll probably just cut down a couple of these trees, get a handful of saplings, and kind of move on. That way, whenever I want more cherry wood, I'll have it with my saplings. Okay, got that end of things. Get the other end, probably the other tree that's connected to it. So, I kind of suck at caves. Like, anytime I try to play hardcore, that's where I die. But I want to get at least one piece of iron for a shield, and really having some armor wouldn't hurt either. Like I said, it's not hardcore. I think I just set up this world in normal mode. But, I mean, I hate dying and losing my stuff, but I didn't want to put keep inventory on, so yeah, I still want to be cautious, get some armor, that kind of stuff. Just kind of maybe try to get as set up as I can in this first episode, or just spend a couple Minecraft days in the game and see how it goes. I think that should be all the wood, except for what I was standing on. Okay, let's get it. Okay, we got sapling there, sapling there. Okay, we got a handful of saplings. I might grab some of this, just in case we want to make more dye later. But yeah, I mean, 5 saplings, that's more than enough, because these things usually drop a ton of saplings, unless they've changed that in the update, but it doesn't seem like it, because now I have 6. Alright. I don't really want to live on a mountain, so yeah, I thought maybe there'd be iron in here, but no, it's just a creeper. Alright. See you later. There's another little cave pocket thing. It's not really a cave. Oh, look, a pupper. I don't have any bones yet because I'm too scared of skeletons when I don't have armor. So maybe we'll find one of your kind later, but you're so cute. Look, we got the leaf litter. I'm not a big fan of this. I mean, I feel like it kind of clutters the world, but I suppose they're trying to make the game, you know, more realistic, so whatever. But at the same time, I mean, you start the game and you punch a tree that's like wider than you are around. I don't think if I stepped outside realistically that... Oh, I hear a zombie dying. Oh, a zombie villager. But yeah, I don't think if I stepped outside and punched a tree that's bigger around than I am, that I would have much success with that. Just saying. Like, it's kind of funny how Mojang wants to be realistic with some things, but then other things it's got to be completely illogical just because of the blocky nature of the game. I feel really high up, like, yeah. Anyway, should I make a boat and, like, travel around that little waterway? I'm just kind of hoping there'd be some iron in this little pocket, but of course not. That would be too easy. Ugh. How about down here? No, of course not. Wouldn't want iron, you know. That wouldn't want to make things easy for Mori Penguin. Try to fall down without hurting myself too much. I mean, I do have 3 pieces of mutton. And it's becoming nighttime already, and I am glad I made that bed. Is there any iron on this? Oh, come on. Nothing. Okay then, well, let's just pop our bed down in this little hidey hole. See if it's time that we can lay in it. Yep. Sweet dreams. So I gotta tell you guys, before I made this video, I tried to make a hardcore series video. I did get like 3 videos in, and they were probably 20-30 minutes without editing. Got hit by a drowned. Rude. But my problem was I could not find sheep, and in hardcore I really, really, really want to skip the night because I don't want to just spend the night in a hole because that's not good content. But I could not find sheep. Like, I went underground, and so I got a little bit of iron because I just dug stair steps underground. And then I was like, well, it must be daytime, so then I'd come out and I'd look for sheep and food and stuff again. And then nighttime would come again, and I still hadn't found any sheep. So then I'd go back down it, like I'd make a different hidey hole because I wasn't in the same spot, and I just don't think it would have been that great of a video, guys. But yeah, so that was my attempt at hardcore. I did survive 3 days, and I haven't actually died in that world yet. I just kind of gave up on doing that because yeah, I didn't feel like it was very entertaining. Like, I could do a different hardcore series. Now, I'm not good at hardcore. Every time I try it, I usually die within an hour or 2 of playing. So I was doing pretty good, not dying, but also not making that great of content. Okay, getting a little more food. I could stop and cook some of it, but I might go over there, kill some of those things, and let it cook while I'm getting some more piggies and whatever. Oh, there is a little... Keep finding these little cave holes. It's like maybe they could have iron, but also maybe not. But I don't like climbing up these little hill, mountain, whatever they are. It's just kind of awkward. And I'm not that good at it. Yeah, not a cave. And no iron that I can see. Of course not. Okay, yeah, let's go over to like a flatter area, kill those pigs, get that stuff, and let my food cook. Could get some fish while I'm down here. It probably, yeah, I was gonna say it probably floated to the surface and I didn't even get it. Okay. In Bedrock, can't you get like bones from killing fish? I feel like I did that on my Xbox one time. Like, didn't even know that that was a thing, and then was killing fish and got bones, and I'm like, oh, I can tame a dog without ever approaching a skeleton. But I'm in Java on my PC right now, so I don't think, I mean, I could get bone meal, but I don't think I could get bones. Anyway, let's set up a furnace. And get some food cooking. Okay, and let's kill some more food while we're here. Always good to have tons of food. And I jumped right over him. So yeah, like I said, I'm not the greatest builder in the game. I mean, maybe I'll try to get a little better. But I usually either take on too much or I just make a little box. Yeah. But I'll still maybe find, I mean, at some point I gotta find some place to settle down, right? Because I'll end up, what usually happens is I end up with too much stuff in my pockets. And, I mean, at least there's bundles in the game now, so that kind of helps if I have, like, you know, 1 seed, 12 sticks, 1 fish, 6 sugarcane, you know, and my 1 flour. And my pockets are just full of so much stuff, so that helps a little. I mean, it's not the greatest, but at early game, it's better than what we had before bundles. So that helps, but still, I usually am like, okay, well, I have to drop a chest now because my pockets are full, and so I have to live near my chest because I'm a hoarder and I want to keep all the things that I gather. Okay, might as well get some more wood while I'm waiting for stuff to cook. Ooh, there's acacia trees over there. I don't really like the land of acacia. Like, what biome is that? I can't remember, but yeah, like the grass is like this weird green and stuff. But I do like adding orange to builds sometimes. Like I'm very weird. I like the colorful wood blocks like the cherry and the acacia. Let's see. There's chickens. So yeah, we might go bop over there, get some saplings and some wood, but I'm not thinking that I'm gonna live there. But we'll see. You never know. Kill this chicken. Boop. There's a lot of horses here, but I don't have a saddle. Saddles are craftable now though, right? So let me kill this cow. I'd still have to have iron, I think, right? Let me see. Do I have any leather? Okay, now I do. Yeah. So is this a flower forest or they're just... I think it is a flower forest. Cool. I like flower forests because then if you want to build colorful things, then there you go. You got most of the colors right there. But also, like I said, I'm not that great of a builder, and it's not like I go around building rainbows or anything. So I'd say that's enough food for now. Whoop, hitting buttons. Oh my goodness. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Where was that acacia stuff? Over there? Yeah, so maybe we can get the acacia stuff and then look at this flower. It doesn't look like it's a very big flower biome though. Unless it stretches further. Oh, it goes up on that hill. Maybe we'll build around the flower biome just so that we have all the colors nearby, but we'll see. Yeah, let's go get some acacia trees. And saplings. Might as well grab some of the pumpkins while we're over there, so if we ever want to make a pumpkin farm. So, while I'm just kind of doing randomness, just ask you guys a few questions. Like, what is your style of gameplay? Like, what's your favorite thing to do in Minecraft? Like, do you play creative and just build stuff, or do you like to go on adventures, or you like to go in survival and build huge things? Oh, look at the cute new cows. Yeah, like what's your vibe when you play? So like I said, I'm not that great at building, but I usually try to build something. I try to do it better than a box, but I don't always accomplish that. But I like kind of adventuring around more, so I like to make like a nether tunnel and pop out someplace. Oh, look at the cool chicken. Is it just me, or does the chicken, like its body, look like an already cooked rotisserie chicken, kind of? You know, like it's light brown. It's like, eat me. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, or like, do you guys speed run the game? Like, what kind of is your Minecraft play style? Mine is I get kind of bored, but yet I also am bad at accomplishing like the later game stuff. You know, like I'll get to the point where I've got full diamond gear, either from digging diamonds or from trading with villagers. And, you know, maybe I'll get some good enchantments on it and stuff, but then I've only fought the dragon by myself once. And even on a server, I think I've only done it like once or twice, and I usually stand there trying and dying while everybody else does all the things. I think I did beat the dragon once on Bedrock with my nephew on the Xbox. But I think we had it on like easy mode, and I think we maybe even cheated a bunch of food and arrows and stuff into our inventory or something. But still, we had the experience of killing the dragon together, because neither of us are like super awesome at that kind of stuff. He's 11, and he likes the creative style of Minecraft. But yeah, him and his older brother is kind of what got me into Minecraft. Oh, nighttime is coming. But I kind of want to kill some of these cows. Hello, warm cow. You're so pretty, but I like your horns. They're cute. But ooh, look at the eggs. The new egg textures. So like if I throw that egg and it did succeed in making a chicken, would it be a warm chicken even if I wasn't in this biome? Because you know, like with frogs, like tadpoles, they become the frog of the variant they grow up in. But like with eggs, do they... I should probably put my bed down before baddies come out. But with eggs, do they become the variant that they were? I'm trying to remember. I think so. I do watch some Minecraft YouTubers, of course, and I watch Hermitcraft, and I think Pearl and Ren went on an adventure to go get, to see all the new animals and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking that they brought some eggs home and like threw them in somewhere in Pearl's base, and they, yeah, like when you threw them, they did spawn the eggs of the chicken kind that you pick up. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, should I go set up some kind of base of operations over in the flower area, or... Ooh, what's this? Not a cave. Or keep looking? Let's just go look at it. I mean, I'm asking you guys like as if you can answer right now, which you armadillo scoot. I didn't see an armadillo. Cool, cool. I mean, I don't have a wolf, and that's about all they're good for as a wolf armor, right? But anyway, oh, there he is. Hello, buddy. Not like I can do anything because I don't have a lead. I could smack you in a boat, but you also could despawn, I think. Hey, buddy. You're so cute. Okay, let's get that sheep and then go over to the flower area. But yeah, I also have a tendency of setting up shop near spawn just because my pockets get full of stuff. I like to call my inventory my pockets. See, it's already almost full of stuff. And I can't make a bundle until I get string, so, kind of stuck with just this inventory for now, and it's already almost full. So yeah, I usually end up making an area near-ish to spawn. And then sometimes I tell myself, oh, you'll explore later once you're more geared up, and then you'll, whoa, that's a cluster of 2 tall flowers over there. The alliums are so pretty. But yeah, I tell myself, oh, you'll get geared up, and then you'll go look for your forever home. Well, by the time I get geared up, I've either made my other home like too much like home, or I just feel like it would be too much to move my stuff, or I end up just giving on the world because I've made it as far as I like to make it, and then it feels too hard and I get too indecisive with like, okay, I could build this kind of farm, I could, like, what angle do I want to take, like, what do I want to do next kind of thing, whereas at the beginning it's kind of laid out for you. It's like you log into the game, you punch a tree, you try to get armored so that you're not dying all the time, and then you build your house, gather the kind of blocks you want to build stuff out of, or go on some adventures to beat some bad guys. It's kind of laid out. Like if you want to do the Wither, there's steps to do that. If you want to go beat the dragon, there's some steps to go do that. Like I grew up playing like the games that had levels, and then after so many levels there'd be a boss, and so it's like I almost don't know what to do in a sandbox style game like this. Like, even when I first started playing, I was asking my nephew, like, so what is the point? Like, what are we supposed to do? And they're like, well, you can beat the dragon. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's like the end boss. And he's like, yeah, that's the end boss. But then a lot of people play like a long time after that, and they just keep going and doing this and that and whatever. And I'm like, but you beat the end boss, the game's over. Like that was my logic. And he's like, well, yeah, but like the game isn't over then. Like you can still wander around in the world and stuff. And I didn't understand at first that every new world was like a different seed. Like because all the other games, it's like, you know, Super Mario or whatever, it's like, here's your levels, here's what you beat, then you beat this level, you move on to the next one, and here's the guys that you have to beat in that level, etc. So, like, I just didn't even understand, because Minecraft came out, like, what, 10 or 15 years ago? And my oldest nephew is about to be 19, and he played it when he was, like, 10, 11, something like that. And I never got into it then. I mean, I never really... Ooh, lava. I was never really, like, I guess around him much when he was playing, but when my when my 11-year-old nephew during COVID, he would have been, I don't know, 7 or 8, something like that, right? 6 maybe. Well, yeah, 6 or 7. So my older nephew was babysitting this nephew and his younger sister that would have been 5. But they also had another younger sibling that was a baby during COVID, and so I got off work before their parents did, so I would go pick up the baby from daycare because the daycare closed kind of early, and they weren't quite back from work yet. My brother and his wife, my sister-in-law. And so I would go pick up the baby from daycare, hang out at their house for a little bit, just kind of keep an eye on the kids, because, I mean, the oldest one probably could have watched the baby, but I don't know. I just didn't trust him to keep as good of an eye on him. Maybe that's just me being a worrywart, but I'd hang out, we'd have dinner together, like once my brother and his wife got home. But yeah, so I would hang out there for an hour or two before his parents got home, and they would be playing Minecraft on their Xbox. And I was like, okay, so what is this game about? Like, what are we doing? And they'd be playing in creative. And so I'm like, okay, so you just go in the game and gather blocks? Like, why is this game so popular? Like, woohoo, you built a house out of diamonds. Like, why is that cool? Because it kind of looks awful. You know, like the house is made out of diamond blocks. But, kids think it's cool because diamonds are, like, the best resource in the game. And so I was like, I don't get it. And then they're like, well, you can play in survival if you want to. And I'm like, okay, well, what's survival like? And that's kind of when they got into the goals of the game, like beating the dragon and stuff. So I kind of eventually started playing with them, with, my younger nephew and my niece. Like, while they were playing, we would kind of take turns because they only had 2 controllers. But yeah, so I'd play with them and kind of start getting the hang of, like, okay, we'd get into a world and my nephew would say, go punch a tree. And I'm like, okay. And, and so we do that, and, like, I kind of got intrigued. And so then I would go home and I'd be like, okay, like, how do you really play Minecraft? Because I feel like most of the time we would maybe punch some trees, we would get underground and get some iron, and then, oh, look at the firefly bushes. And then my nephew would find me and kill me, and then I'd lose all my stuff because he would take it, and then he would, like, put me in a death loop because, I mean, he's a kid, and that's fun to do to someone who doesn't know what they're doing. So I get it, but I was also like, I don't want to play if all you're going to do is kill me, And so then I'd wander off and go, oh, my pockets are too full for this. I would wander off and go start doing other things, and then he'd be like, well, I'm just gonna, like, get out of this world then, and, like, we'll just quit if you're not gonna hang out by me. Like, why did you go over here and start digging in this other land? Like, where are you? I can't find you. And I don't know, like, it just, I wasn't having fun with him, but I could see the potential for fun in this game, I guess. So then I'd go home and I'd get on YouTube and I would, watch and learn how to. I was like, what's the point of Minecraft? I think I stumbled into, like, Pixel Riff's videos, like his kind of how-to type series. I can't remember what it's called right now. And so that was kind of helpful because it was like, okay, the first thing you want to do is get wood. The next thing you want to do is look for iron, then here's kind of what villagers can do. And then I stumbled into, like, the Hermitcraft people and their videos, and I was like, okay, like, this could be, like, the way that they interacted together. Like, they would build really cool stuff, but they would also just be hanging out and just kind of they would play like games that they created within the game, and I was just like, this game has like potential. Like it's more than just a blocky game. It's like a community, you know. And so I ended up buying it for like buying the Minecraft game for my PC for my birthday that year, I think 2020. And yeah, I've been off and on playing it ever since. And then I got an Xbox last year, so I put it on that so that my nephews and I, or yeah, my nephew and niece and I could play together if they were at my house. Yeah, and so I just kind of went from there and just kind of fell in love with the game. I've bopped around on a few servers. I guess, you know, if you want the names of them, put it in the comments and I could drop the names, but yeah. So I've just kind of done all sorts of stuff. But I've still never really progressed to being like good at the game. I just kind of get on and you can only sleep at night. Look, the sun's going down. Don't tell me what I can do. I want to go to bed early. Come on. But yeah, so I like the game and I'm, you know, learning more about the game. I've done a decent amount of things. I think I've beat the Wither once, but I kind of not really cheated it, but I kind of cheesed it in a, you know, making a hallway down a cave and putting him at the very end. And I think I even put some iron golems back there. And then I backed away, you know, and shot him with arrows and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of my experience with the game in a nutshell. Although that was a really long nutshell. Obviously I could talk on and on and on. You wouldn't think it, but I'm actually pretty shy in real life. But if I'm talking about something I like or to friends or stuff, I can kind of blab on and on. I get that from my dad for sure. he can talk to, like he could go to a place full of strangers and still be talking everybody's ear off before he leaves. Like he's never met a stranger because he can talk to anyone. And like I'm more shy than that, but I do have his ability of like once I get to talking, I'm just talking and talking about anything, which is another reason I thought, well, I can make a YouTube video because you have to talk the whole time unless you just put on some music, but that doesn't feel quite as fun. So yeah, I just kind of wandered around while I was on that tangent of how I got into the game. And look at the little baby sheep. I won't kill you because you're a baby. But if you grow up when I'm around here, I might. But yeah, so do I want to go to that flower... Oh, sorry, little guy. To that flower forest and put some chests down, or... I don't know. I'm not really seeing any place that's like, oh my gosh, I need to be there. I could be like on that land in front of that hill, or I could go back over to where the flower forest was. Also, you'll find out is if I make this into a series and release more videos, you'll find out I have a terrible sense of direction. Like, I could even pop up the chords and be like, okay, I'm at negative 292, positive 352, whatever. And I could be like, I want to go in this direction. You know, like, okay, the left number is staying about the same and the right number is getting bigger. I could be like, I want to go in that direction. Well, next thing you know, somehow I've turned and I'm going, I don't know how, but then I'll be going the opposite of what I just said I wanted to do. And I'm like, how? What? Like, I don't know. So maybe that's another goal, is be a little better at navigation. But yeah. Okay, so there's, I don't know if that's the flower forest. Oh, see, I thought I was going back to where I was and now I'm seeing a village. Like, I have a terrible sense of direction. Yeah, now I don't know if I want to like cheese things and live in a village, because you know, in order to get diamonds from villagers, you kind of got to do a lot of boring trick. I meant to eat my pork chop, not place dirt. Jeez. But yeah, like I just it's kind of boring to do the villager grind, so I might do it eventually, or maybe even, I would say off camera, but sometimes I get annoyed when YouTubers are like, I'm gonna go do such and such off camera. I'm like, why though? What is the best tool for mining hay? Is there a best tool for hay? I don't think so. But hey, this will be easy food, right? Okay. Let's go see if they have any armor and stuff for me. What's up, dude? You got anything in here? They got a saddle, and they do have some armor. And some iron. Don't really need to make another portal yet. Look, I already have an iron pick. So look at me. An iron picks. Pick. Okay. What's up, my dude? That was pretty sweet. Yeah, so I have an iron pick, and I could even, well, I was gonna say I could make boots, but I'm wearing boots, so. But yeah, like this. I like looting villages, and I mean, if I'm gonna be here a while, I do like, well, I don't like, but I like how you can get enchanted diamond gear from villagers. I just don't actually like doing the grind, like, because I usually make the Fletcher, and then I gotta go tear down a bunch of trees, and it's a lot of like getting sticks and coming back and getting wood and coming back, and it gets kind of boring. So, you know, I might do it for a little bit, get one piece of armor, and then, you know, go on an adventure, go mining because I get bored. And what's up, dude? But yeah, so we'll see. I really don't think I'm going to stay here long enough to really grind much of anything. But I want a potato. You know, that's a good, easy food source. Apples are good if I have gold to make golden apples, but my pockets are getting a little full of stuff. So, well, yeah, let's just kind of loot and scoot, I guess. You know, I could set my spawn in a bed here in case I want to be kind of nearby to this, but still not really 100% on where I want to settle. I could go back to that flower area, but it's not like I found like a shore or, sorry, little baby pig. You know, I didn't find an area where I was like, oh, this is definitely the place, like forever home type thing. Whoa. Ouch. Hi, kitty cat. Yeah, let's tap a bed just so if I die, I'm not at spawn. I'm, you know, near to where I am. 700 one way and 300 the other. What's up? So, yeah. Well, I thought the corner of that bed looked like a chest. Come on. Are there really no more chests? Just the one chest in this place? Dude. Come on. Lame. Should I... Well, I don't really have the pocket space to take the bookshelves for when I get an enchanting table. Maybe that's something that we can come back and steal at some point. Because then that's less cows and sugarcane that I have to gather if I want to have a level 30 enchanting set up. Yeah. Yeah, I say I need to put some chests down somewhere. Oh, have I gone that way? Did I come from that way? I don't know. Let's go check out that little house over there. Don't think I have. That's funny how there's like a random farm like clear down this trail, but like no house. Like you got this house, but just over here is just a field. Just a field, guys. We want our crops to be really watered over here, guys. Like it looks like they thought about like putting more houses and they just didn't spawn or something. Yeah, 2 pieces of dirt. Like what what even was this trying to be? Okay. Back over here. I should probably lock up some villagers in case I want to keep them safe. Oh, hey. Oh. I was like, the door just opened and closed. We can lock them in there, but... You know, I like to keep a couple of them safe in case I'm ever going to try to do the villager grind, you know? Maybe I can scare them into their house if I ring the bell. Bing! Okay, let's... Yeah, get in your houses. Okay, did two guys go into that one? Perfect. And I thought there was 2 doors on this house. No? Sorry, dude. You're not even that great of a villager anyway. Get a job. I know the green guys can't get jobs. Hey, you're a dunce, but you could at least breed. Yeah, get in there. Is he in there? Yes. Okay, so I have, I think, 2 in there, 1 in there, so that's enough for breeding if I needed to. If I accidentally stayed nearby and they all died to zombies, at least those guys would hopefully be safe. I think I've checked all these houses, but now I'm not 100% sure, because again, I lose my sense of direction, because, yeah, you're going to go in that house, I could lock you in too. It's almost nighttime, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, it's been 3 whole daytimes, so that's got to be a half an hour I've been playing. I should probably call the video pretty soon, but I thought I would lock that guy in, but maybe not. Nobody in here? Of course, there's not a bed in here. Okay. Let's sleep in an actual bed here. Oh, hey, there's 2 guys in here. Boom. Okay, well, maybe I won't sleep in an actual bed here. So I'll do that, and, yeah, I think I'm going to call the video here. Once again, I'm Maury Penguin, and thanks for watching my video, and I will see you again next time. Leave any comments of things that you want me to do, or just answers to my question about how you play Minecraft, and yeah, see you in the next one.